I'm Milyon Redae. I'm from Eritrea, a small country in East Africa. Eritrea is located in the Horn of Africa near Sudan in Ethiopia. I grew up in Asmara, the capital of Eritrea, and I have 4 older brothers and 1 younger sister. My sibling and I grew up with a single mother due to the sudden death of our father. My mom was a nurse. Although she had some help from our aunt who lived here, she practically raised us on her own. My older brothers, they were straight-A students, but upon 12th grade, 3 of them ended up leaving the country, each with different reason. Later, my mom also left the country. So after my mom left, my aunt and grandma, they promised to look after us. When they left, it was just me, and then one of the youngest of my brothers and my sister left. We attended school and continued our education with my aunt and my mother always motivating us to go to school and learn. My mom and my aunt believed that education was one of the most important things that we could hold on to. So they taught us to want to learn and love school. In February 2018, during our school's final week, we were told to escape the country. So in order to leave, we traveled to the countryside of Eritrea near Areza. Everything was going smoothly. We crossed each inspection point and reached Areza, but in Areza, we ended up getting caught. When they caught us, they arrested my brother, they chained him on the back, and they made him walk barefoot. For my sister and I, they made us carry his shoes and the bags, and they just made us walk to the prison. That was our first prison. They put the boys in a small restroom-sized cell, and they put us near the restroom. So each night we would hear the boys scream and cry at night, and each night we would pray that it wasn't our brother. Soon they ended up taking us to 5 different prisons. The second prison was a little cell, and inside the prison it was very dirty. It was unsanitary. With the women there were little kids, and then the other room was full of grown men. We wouldn't see each other, so we never saw our brother. And they took us to our 3rd prison. It was like a shipping container. At night it would be very cold, and there was water precipitation coming down to you, so you can't really sleep. During the day it was very hot, that you can't stay there for longer than 5 minutes, but we had to survive it because they wouldn't let us out. They locked us out. And then they took us to our 4th prison. It was a bigger area. It was somewhere in a forest where nobody lives. But that was one of the harsh prisons that I personally been to. And after that, we stayed there for like 2 weeks, and they finally took us to our last prison, Adabito. That was one of the worst prisons that I've been to. It was the worst prison in Asmara. Although the whole journey was a glimpse of the cruelty of the government, Adabito was a vivid illustration of the actual inhumanity. There were elderly women who were arrested due to the government's knowledge that their children has left the country. There were pregnant women who gave birth inside the prison and soon later be arrested along with their newborns. There were singers who were arrested and sentenced for years due to something that they said in their songs. And then there were men who used to get beat and punished in the clinic because of something that they said about the injustice of the government. My family decided to come to the US because of my aunt, who was currently living here. She still lives here. And my mom's visit to the US made her become aware of the opportunities that we have here. So she said she wants a better life for us. So she ended up making us transfer to the US. I was 13 when I made that journey, but my sister, on the other hand, she was only 10 years old. When I first came to Lakeview High School, I was really isolated and did not fit in with most of the students. However, during my junior year, I started meeting some people who were willing to learn about Eritrea and who shared the same interests as me. Although at first it was really difficult, I started to find my people in Lakeview, fellow immigrants who bonded with me. Although Eritrea's political atmosphere is not the best, the country had some good education which prepared me well to continue my education and exceed my academic knowledge here. Upon my arrival to the US, I learned how students can pick their own courses and customize their year education. So most of the system in Eritrea is created to trap adolescents into the military, especially those who want to achieve a certain point on the matrix exam. If you have a certain point, like higher GPA on the matrix exam, then you have an opportunity to do something good with your life. But if you don't have the point that you're looking for, then you're automatically put in a military unit. But coming to the US helped me realize that the system is created to help people to thrive and build their own future. I have several teachers in Lakeview who have greatly inspired me throughout my years in Lakeview. There is Miss Pascal, who always motivated me to be great at maths and helped me get engaged into math competitions. There's Mr. Walker, who made physics fun and easily understandable. There's Miss Smith, who always taught me about life and pursuing greater things and to never settle for less. There is Mr. Arnold, who would always make silly jokes about anatomy. There's Miss Pearson, who always taught me kindness and helping and welcoming other people. And there's Mr. Bell, who never doubted me throughout my entire years and helped me advance my math education. SSD told me that not everything is gonna be given to me, and Lakeview helped me become responsible and encouraged me to excel with advanced class. Alongside with Lakeview, SISD also helped me become responsible and fight for what I believe in. After I graduate from Lakeview, I will be attending Angelo State University for a while. I will be double majoring in biochemistry and mathematics with a minor in psychology. I will be concentrating in pre-med, and I will be pursuing a career in medical field. A lot of people in the US, they don't know a lot of things that's happening outside the country, let alone inside the country. So be willing to learn and learn about other people's culture. And there's a quote that I was looking at that it says, "Ships don't sink because of the water around them, they sink because of the water that get inside them." And it was like, don't let what's happening around you or near you get into you and weigh it down. So whatever happened in my journey, I did not let it get it through me, and I did not let it weigh me down. Instead, I looked forward to the future and to provide for my family and for myself. Be grateful for the privilege you have in the US. People don't realize that the privilege they have, like they can go to Walmart and just buy everything they got because everything is given to them. So just be respectful and learn discipline along the way. As Miss Smith always says, tell your story and be a voice to those who don't have a privilege of free speech. Coming to the US helped me realize that I have vast opportunities to do something I love, and I have an opportunity to also change courses in my life. Although this may seem nothing to others, especially citizens who have had that privilege their entire life, immense hope and change to us immigrants.